Time to get your inner geek on, or your outer geek.
Yeah.
Since we're talking to Jason Nathanson. Jason Nathanson cannot believe that he gets paid to go cover Comic-Con in San Diego. ABC News correspondent. Good morning, Jason Nathanson.
Especially since I've been up all night drinking and playing poker with Ben Affleck here. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Really?
No.
Well.
I didn't think so.
Maybe you were consoling him over his loss, over his divorce with Jennifer Garner.
He is gonna be here. It's his first public appearance since the whole split. So he'll be here tomorrow for the Batman Superman panel from Warner Brothers. That's gonna be the big panel. But today it's all about Star Wars.
Okay,
big Star Wars panel.
What? Okay, now before we get to the panel itself and what they're going to talk about the crowd surrounding. How many people are waiting in a line to get into the building to see this panel?
I talked to a bunch of them last night, about 5 o'clock yesterday, so that there are several hundred there. I imagine there's probably thousands right now because this is going to be the big one. But it's not. It doesn't happen until 5:30 our time. It's 4:20 in the morning right now, but they're all out there in line doing whatever they do. In costume. Oh my God, so many costumes, so many stormtroopers. That's the big costume. The new storm. You got to be the new stormtrooper. You can't be the old stormtrooper. You got to be the new stormtrooper. So I mean, it's just crazy.
Let me ask you this question: can someone who attends Comic-Con go so far that they're criticized by the other people who are at Comic-Con?
No, probably not. I mean, you'd have to be something, very sick and deranged like a pedophile or something like that. That's the only way I could think that these people would turn on you. They really embrace whatever you want to be. If you want to be a My Little Pony and you're, a 30-year-old guy, go for it. That's cool in the world of Comic-Con, and I've seen that.
There's something very sweet about that, actually, right? Where there's no making fun, there's no bullying. You can, if you want to show up as a stormtrooper or Princess Leia or whatever, you are embraced. So there's something endearing about that.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, this is a place where you can let your inner freak flag fly, and they definitely do. And good for them, and they're happy. The crazier you get with your costume, and especially if it's homemade, they really like to embrace that stuff. So it is nice to see.
It's astounding, though, how popular this has gotten. In the beginning, it really was like Geek Fest, but now it's like Cool Geek Nerdy Fest.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you used to be the knock on, this was a bunch of guys who probably couldn't get a girlfriend or something like that. Now, I mean, everybody here is cool. Everybody's hooking up. I mean, it's a good time. It's partying and everybody's having fun. So, it's good to see these guys.
It's kind of like a Harley-Davidson convention in Sturgis, right? I mean, that's what it's sort of become.
I don't know about that. That's going a little too far. But yeah, I mean, there is definitely a cool factor here, and you see it in the surrounding areas around San Diego. It's not just the people who are going to the convention, because not everybody can get in, right? Everybody just comes down just to hang out, and so I mean, it's a cool place to be.
All right, so who's on the panel today? What are we going to learn? What are we going to know about Star Wars?
We know for sure that director J.J. Abrams is going to be here, and president of Lucasfilm Kathleen Kennedy, and that's pretty much it. They say that there's going to be special guests, but they don't say who. We can, hope and imagine that there's going to be a lot of people from the film. People that I talked to last night in line, they really want to see Harrison Ford. That's the big one, so they're hoping he'll be here. But we don't know, and we don't know if we're going to get footage. I've seen reports that say we're not going to get new footage. The fans I talked to last night would really be disappointed by that. They want a little bit of something, so it remains to see what we're going to see, but you can bet it. I mean, this is Comic-Con. They're going to bring something big.
So they've released the trailer, or one trailer, and they released an extended trailer, and supposedly the Star Wars community got all excited over that one trailer, right?
Yeah, that was a couple months ago at the big Star Wars convention in Anaheim here in Southern California. So, I mean, they've got to show something, and that's what you do. You come to Comic-Con and you show, whether it's Marvel and they come and they brought out all the Avengers for the first time, and that was a big thing. Warner Brothers a couple of years ago, they announced Batman versus Superman, and everybody lost it, inside the big Hall H, which seats 6,000 people. You have to bring it at Comic-Con. So I imagine Star Wars is going to do something to make headlines.
All right, let's talk about Ben Affleck and Batman. Did I read he just signed on to direct one of the Batmans?
direct and write. I think I don't know if that's official or if that was just kind of rumors that are coming out. But yeah, he's going to be heavily involved in the new ones coming up, and we'll probably get some more confirmation of that kind of stuff tomorrow. That's Warner Brothers. They're going to do their panel, and of course they've got to bring the big stuff as well, and they don't want to be outshined by Star Wars. You know, there's big competition for these headlines.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things the studios are actually kind of backing off this year. Marvel's not coming. Sony isn't going to do any big presentation because a lot of people, they don't want to be just one headline in a bunch of headlines. They want to try to get the headlines for themselves. So some studios are saying it's not really worth it for us to go this year.
Star Wars is coming out at Christmas time. When is Batman and Ben Affleck coming out?
Not till next year. I mean, we've got so much time. That's what this thing is about. It's about building hype and getting the fans excited because you want to make sure that they go. Look, the Superman franchise is not really. I mean, it did well the last one, with Henry Cavill, but you know, it doesn't get as much talk and buzz as the Marvel properties do. So Warner Brothers really wants to make sure everybody's talking about this movie.
And what about the final installment of Hunger Games? What's that all about?
They had the panel for that yesterday. That was kind of the big panel to kick off Comic-Con. Fans were, we saw the first trailer for the first time, and I mean, they're showing a trailer, something that you see, you go on the internet and you watch, or you're forced to sit through at the beginning of movies. That's what fans really wanted to see, and they saw yesterday, and they just, girls are screaming, it was going nuts. I mean, it was a lot of fun for them. Jennifer Lawrence was here. She's always great. She has no filter, so she's always funny.
Right.
She's wiping her nose on the tablecloth. Her nose itched, so she just grabbed the tablecloth and started wiping her nose. I mean, she's awesome.
When is Hunger Games coming out, the final installment?
That comes out, I believe it's Thanksgiving weekend.
Right,
so couple months, not too long to wait for that.
And who are you dressed up as today for
Well,
Star Wars?
Nobody, I guess. I was going to wear my Little Pony outfit, but I saw somebody else wearing that, so I can't, if they're wearing it, I can't wear it. So I guess I got to come up with something else.
So you're dressed up as your favorite ABC News correspondent, basically. Jason Nathanson.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Look, it's a little, it's the weather's nice down here, but it's a little humid, so it gets swampy if you're wearing a big costume. So I'm not going to go crazy.
Jason Nathanson, have a good time, be safe, and thanks for checking in.
May the force be with you.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Jason Nathanson at San Diego's Comic-Con.
It's amazing. A-list stars. And a lot of them are there.
They know where their bread is buttered.
Yes, they do.
They got to carry the franchise, and you have to go. This is going to pay homage.
Yeah.
These are the people who are going to watch the movie 17 times, and they're going to tell,
Right.
and they're going to bring 18 of their friends,
Exactly.
and they're going to force the rest of the world to go and sort of take notice of this. So there you go. God love them. Bowen Dental Care.